Hopefully this video goes good. Oh, Guyana, may the Lord bless this land. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope that this video reaches you guys in great health and strength, filled with lots of love, joy, peace, and happiness, and all of the amazing things that life has to offer. So in today's video, I want to do a chit chat about Guyana and growing up in Guyana, what my childhood was like, and what I will be sharing with you guys in this video are some of my favorite childhood games that I could remember playing. I was having a little nostalgic moment at work, so let's get into it. If you are a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. If you don't know where I'm from, I was born and raised in Guyana. I know I don't have an accent. Well, it's not that strong. And the reason why that is because when I'm sitting in front of a camera, it's kind of like my professional persona comes on. And then once the camera's off and I'm talking to like my mom or talking to my family members, my Guyanese accent kicks in. So in the future, you will see me interact with my family members and you will hear my Guyanese accent. So if you are new to my channel and you don't hear an accent, I am 100% Guyanese. I was born and raised there and everything. Anyway, how can I describe my childhood in Guyana? The most cliche word I can use is fun. I spent a lot of time, well, most of my time in Linden. That's where I was born, and I went to school and everything up there. And when August holiday would come around, because now they're saying summer, I don't know why, but anyway, when August holiday would come around, that's when we would get 3 months off of school. I used to go to Georgetown. At the time, my aunt used to live in Campbellville, where they had the line top. Right now they built like a road, and I think it's Bel Air or something like that. I could be wrong, but the bus would drop us off on Cherry Street, and then we gotta walk in to get to her house. So I used to go there, and once and far I would go to Melanie, at another aunt, my mom's other sister, to spend some time there. But I didn't really like Melanie, because Melanie, one, it was far, and two, it was just, they had no kids really there, so I didn't really like it. But when I used to go to my aunt's house in Georgetown, where she lived in Campbellville, I had a lot of fun there because the kids were there. I had a cousin, him and I are very close in age, and then my aunt's stepdaughter was there, and then they had the other neighborhood kids and stuff like that I used to have a great time with. Oh, also I used to go at my godmother's a lot. My godmother at the time, she was living in, when I was smaller, a little girl. My godmother, she was living on Rob Street. Yeah, Rob Street. But I couldn't really do anything much there because, I mean, it's a busy street, and they wasn't allowing us to go outside to get hit or anything like that. But the fact that I got to spend a lot of time outdoors, running around, playing in the sun, and stuff like that, and with the neighborhood kids and all that kind of stuff. Well, just as long as my homework was done and my chores were done, to sweep the yard and wash the dishes, make up my bed, clean my room, stuff like that. And so once my chores were done, it was okay for me to play in the yard. I used to crawl under the house and play under there. So that was fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you guys some of the childhood games that I used to play. And if you are Guyanese, whether young or old, and you remember anything, please feel free to add. I googled childhood games in Guyana, and thankfully someone wrote a little blog about it and listed off some of the games. I will link the blog down below if you want to check it out for yourself. Some of the games that I used to play that they have here is Salad, 1 2 3 red light, green light, Shiny. I used to only be able to jump, don't judge, waist, up to the waist. When they would put the Chinese around under the arm, I couldn't jump that high, or around the neck. I couldn't even attempt to do it. But there were some good Chinese jumpers in my neighborhood and stuff like that, and that was fun. What Chinese is rubbers, very thin, not too thin. It gotta be thick enough to be able to not burst quickly. So you would take some rubbers and tie each. I'll demonstrate. So let's say this is a rubber, which is not a rubber, right? This is one piece right here. You would tie this piece to this piece right here, tie this piece to this piece right here, tie this piece to this piece right here, and depending on how long or how short you want it, you would then tie. Once you've attached all the pieces, you would make one big circle like this, something like this, like a loop. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. It's amazing how these games are not even, they should be like professional games, because I'm telling you, man, listen, if Chinese jumping was an Olympic sport, I'm sure Guyanese would have got bare gold medals. Making joke. Gam. But I never used to call this gam. I used to call it ta. To those who don't know what ta is, it's also pitch and marbles. And this used to be one of my favorite games, but I used to get beat a lot. So basically what that is, you make one hole, right, in the sand. Then we used to count, I want to believe 6 to 9 steps and make another hole, then count another 6 to 9 steps and make another hole. So I'm gonna get one marble, and we were, for those who didn't have like real marbles, the iron marbles, we used to use awara. I'll put a picture of the tree here, or the fruit. Awara seeds, or cocorit seed. No, not cocorit. I think I'm gonna put a picture of it. But we used to use these seeds, and I would have one, somebody else would have one, and as many people can play the game if they wanted to. You could have 2 people playing, 3 people, 4, 6, 8, or whatever. But I remember playing it. It never used to be more than 6 of us playing. How the game goes is you stand behind a line, I would say 6 steps behind the first hole, right? And you would have to throw your marble, or your tar, or your tar, or a marble, or one of the seeds, and it would have to get into the hole. Now if it got into the first hole, then you move on to the second hole, and if you didn't get into the second hole, you gotta wait until your turn comes around. Throw, and I score. I do the same thing. You stand a few feet behind the last hole, which will be the first one coming back down, and you do the same thing. The trick about the game is that my other opponents, they're going to try to knock me out to the game, right? So let's say I'm at the second hole, and I missed the third hole, and the next person behind me is coming for me. He or she gonna try to like throw theirs so that mine could be knocked away. And if it's like knocked far away, I gotta stand from wherever it is and throw it and try to make it into the hole. That was a fun game. A lot of cheating used to go on, but it was a lot of fun. So hopefully I explained that properly. If I didn't, if you Guyanese and you're watching this, please feel free to do a better job down below for me. Another one of my favorites is ketch. But I'm trying to toggle my memory on how the game goes. I think it's like tag, but it's not really tag. Basically what it was, one person, you run in to catch people. So it's going to be me, and then there's a group of us, and then they're going to say, okay, you're it, or something like that. And everybody going to scatter. And I going to run, I'm going to pick one person and run behind them, right? And if I catch that person and I touch them, they're out of the game. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for all the other people that are playing, and that's how that game was. Hopscotch, of course. I love hopscotch. Oh yeah, I mentioned salad. But I didn't explain what salad was. Salad is like hopscotch, but a little bit more complicated. Okay, you have, how many columns it used to be? They got the front, one person in the front, middle, right, back bar, front bar, middle bar, back bar, and then they get the long bar. At a time you could only have 4 people in the columns and only 4 people running. So it had to be 4 people at a time running. So let's say I'm the captain of the team that is running. The opposing team, they would situate themselves. You would draw a half a circle at the front. That's the home. I'm having such a hard time explaining these games because it's been so long. Let's say 2 girls run into one column and they got 2 more waiting to get in. They had to pass the girl in the front guard. Let's call her the guard, right? The guard. She's the one who's going to try to keep them from coming in. And how a person will be out is if they get touched. So if you get touched even before you get into the game, you're out of the game for the entire game until my team loses, right? So the thing is, if the captain is running with the first batch, the captain got to make sure they don't get catch, because if the captain gets catch, then everybody is out. You understand? You understand? You understand what I'm trying to explain? I hope you are. But that's how Salad goes. There's an actual explanation for Salad. It says type of game, strength and fighting game. Character of the game, competitive. Country of origin, Guyana. Aim of the game, to score more points than the adversary, either as an attacker by completing runs without being tagged, or as a defender by tagging the runners. Number of players, 2-player, multiplayer. 2 equal teams of at least 4 players. Age 6+. Difficulty medium. Area of play, the pitch is drawn using chalk or a stone. If playing on earth, it consists of a vertical bar crossed by 3 long horizontal bars at the top, middle, and bottom. At one end of the vertical bar is a circle. No equipment. Motor skills, speed and flexibility, social skills, cooperation, team building, and socializing. This is a illustration of what Salad is supposed to be like. Can you see that? That's so funny. This person here on their blog, they got something called slate. I don't know what that is. They get bun house, wire break, dog and the bone. Oh my gosh. There's a color girl in the ring. Oh, that go. There's a color girl in the ring. Fa la 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 la. And she looks like what? Something. Cricket, of course. Rounders. Rounders is what Americans consider baseball. Circle tennis. Circle tennis is actually a professional sport in Guyana. Okay, if you're on the circle tennis team, consider yourself legit. In a sense, legitimate. You know what also we used to do as a kid? All bicycle tires. You used to just take a stick and beat it down the street. There's also this one where, this riddle game where it was, you used to say, Mariddle, Mariddle, Marie. Either my father went up a tree and it used to bear a kind of fruit, and you would describe the fruit. You would try your hardest to describe this fruit to someone so that they would guess what fruit it is. Warbrick was another game that we used to play as kids. That is all I can remember right now. If I do remember anything else, I will do a separate video and share it with you guys. But I just want to say that I am very grateful and thankful to the Lord for allowing me to be born in Guyana and having such a active childhood, to be outdoors, playing with my friends, playing ketch or playing hide and seek and all of that stuff. Yeah, that's another one. Hide and seek and you know, just having a good time outside, and then you take your bath and you go upstairs and you have your dinner and you watch a little bit of television or whatever if you're allowed to, and go to bed. You know, when I look at how kids of this new generation, they have all these technologies, they have access to so many technological gadgets and stuff like that, that they're not as active as they can. This was such an impromptu video, and I know I was probably all over the place. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that I was able to make you laugh or put a smile on your face or anything like that. So yeah, if you are Guyanese and you remember anything, any games that you used to play, please feel free to list them down below and interact with me, and maybe I might remember something, you know. So because I'm trying to like think really hard, but like nothing else is coming. Hope that you enjoy this video. I hope that all is well with you and your family, depending on where you are and when you are watching this. Alright, God bless you. If you are a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. I hope that you will stick around and enjoy the content and stuff like that. To all my old subscribers, thank you for sticking with your girl, and your support is always appreciated. You guys are appreciated. So I will see you in another video very, very soon. God bless you. Bye.